anybody wants to record this, go ahead. There might be a few other kids still out there, but I'm going to get started. Very important. I'm glad some of you have your journal. I'm glad some of you are recording this, because a lot of things I say not only apply to tennis, but apply to the game of life. Very important that you guys record this, write it down, look at it, but then you got to do it every single day. The first thing that I want to ask you guys, how many of you guys have a jump rope? How many of you guys have it with you? How many of you guys used it today? Hands are getting less and less as I keep asking. How many of you guys do 2,000 a day? Okay. Now we're started. Okay. Number one. How many of you guys want to improve your footwork? Pay attention. How many of you want to get quicker? How many of you want to keep popping the popcorn, extra butter? Not eat it. I mean, that's your fault. Listen, you guys, you got to listen to what I'm saying. Every single day, wherever you live, and you get out of that car, pay attention. Starting now, you're going to skip from that car to the court. There's no more walking. If you walk, what do you get better at? Walking. You guys have mastered that. Okay, we don't need that anymore. Okay? Every single day you get out of that car and you go to wherever you live or whatever. I want you to do that. And you'll see so many kids here, they do that all the time. And if I could go back down memory lane, I told it one time, and every single day that Venus and Serena got out of that car, they were skipping and they were holding hands to the court. And even at age 42, they're still skipping and holding hands today. I'm just telling you right now, you got to work on your footwork. The most important thing that you guys don't understand, the cornerstone, if you want to hit a good forehand or backhand, is movement. And I'll get into that in a minute. Listen, if you're there, you have more time. And if you have more time, you have more options. And if you don't, okay, you might have to lob or you're not going to get there. Pay attention, you guys. It's not your forehand. Forget that. It's not your backhand. Forget that. Movement. You got to get to the ball. All right? And you need to work on this all the time. This is very important. And hopping, skipping, jumping, and bouncing is the leader in the clubhouse. Look at this Alcaraz guy. The ball's out, and he'll bounce around and come back and get in position. Some of you guys are saving energy. I don't know what for. Just watch greatness. Watch what they do. But you have no idea what they do off the court. So, right now, that jump rope has to become your best friend. Okay? Movement. When these guys miss a shot, okay, it has so much to do with the movement. So you need to work on it starting now. Even when you go down that sidewalk, you see those cracks? I want you to jump over them. If you're ever here, I don't want you stepping on those cracks in that sidewalk. Walk, jump over it. The minute your parents drop you off to play tennis, you got to be thinking about your feet. You got to start thinking about movement, okay? Some of you might be a little quicker, a little faster. Genetics play into that. That means mom and dad, you can blame them. But listen, I know people that aren't unbelievably quick or unbelievably fast. They can move on the court. And that's what I'm going to get into now. Number one, whenever you hit a ball, pay attention to 3 pillars of anticipation. Some of you guys aren't paying attention. It's unbelievable. And you're the first one to say, why is this wrong? And every single word I'm saying is gold. Okay? I've not only had a few decent players, but people have been there. And more importantly, they stayed there. That's a big difference. Number one, when you hit the ball, pay attention. Especially some of you little munchkins, because you can't even see over the net yet. You're looking through the net. When you hit the ball, you should always see where your ball lands. Some of you guys hit it over the net, and you're like signing autographs. I don't know, you're like getting a suntan. You're not even paying attention. You hit it over the net, you got to see where the ball lands. That's number one. That's the first pillar. Number two, see how your opponent's running. Are they running really fast? Are they running slow? That gives you an indication of what's going to come next. And then the third thing, and this has never failed the test of time, the angle of the racket. The angle of the racket. You got to look at the angle of the racket before they hit the ball. So if you see where your ball lands, and you see how they're running, and you look at the angle of the racket, and this is all processed as you're playing a point, you're going to have a feeling what's coming next. And that's what we call anticipation. Okay? Some people just know where the ball's going before you even hit it. And they might not even be super fast or quick. There was a girl back in the day, Martina Hingis. She knew where you're going to hit it before you even thought about where to hit it. Pay attention. No, this is so important that you guys understand. Besides the jump rope, and the hopping, and the skipping, and the bouncing, and popping the popcorn, extra butter. You want to get quicker, and you want to get faster, you got to get smarter. But this is the cornerstone. This isn't golf, where you just stand there, boom, hit the next shot. You got to be able to move. And movement comes in all kinds of shapes and sizes. You guys got to work on it physically, but the leader in the clubhouse is work on it mentally. When you become intrigued, okay, by anticipation, all right, where the ball lands, how they're running, the angle of the racket. I tell you guys all the time, if someone's running to the ball and they're stretching, what are you doing? Who said fetching? T-shirt, even though you got 100 already, okay? When they're stretching, why would you want to fetch? What are they going to do? Where are they going to hit it? Short or deep. Here's what happened. You hit a great shot. The girl's running or the guy is running like that, and you're hanging back. You're just like hanging out, having a good time. You're not even paying attention until the ball hits. Then you run like a squirrel, okay? Nothing against squirrels. I kind of like squirrels. No, then you run crazy. Very important what I'm talking about. It's the leader in the clubhouse. The last thing, always